My name is Nate Ng. I'm a marketing coordinator and music instructor at Notable Music Therapy Services here in Reno, Nevada. Thank you for joining me today for our Music and Mindfulness YouTube episode. I'm so happy you're here to join me in some music and mindfulness exercises. Today we have some fun two exercises that we're gonna do. One is gonna be a walking meditation, specifically kind of tuned for our ears and the rhythms and nature that we hear. And then another one is gonna be writing out some hopeful things that we're looking forward to doing once all this quarantining is done. So it's very easy to kind of get lost in a short-term perspective and this feeling of a limbo, but we need to remind ourselves that this is only temporary, and so that's why we're gonna be writing down some things that we're looking forward to do once we're out of quarantine. So join me today. All we really need is a piece of paper, some pen, and some musical instruments. If you have one, great. Maybe you have a small drum, maybe a ukulele, a shaker, or you can make your own at home and bring it out for your walk, okay? So I encourage you to join me for a walk around the block, and let's go right now. Now it's kind of late afternoon, early evening here where I am, but it's gonna be early morning for you, depending on when you watch this. All right, so we're stepping outside. And what we're really focusing on are the sounds that we hear, okay? Let's see, so what am I hearing right now? I just heard a car drive by. Not too nature-like. I know that there's gotta be some birds chirping, so. Oh, do I hear that? I heard one bird chirp. Can you guys see the big trees above? It's actually pretty quiet right now. I'm walking towards the Truckee River. We have a car driving by. Oh, I heard a bird. And so when you're hearing these things, try to think of them almost as rhythms, like you would be playing an instrument. So when a bird chirps, they're playing pretty interesting rhythms, right? Sometimes they might not seem like they are in a time signature or anything like that, but that's when our imagination comes in. So when we hear a bird or when we hear something happening in nature, let's try to create our own rhythm out of that. So that motor driving by was actually, or the engine from the car is actually a kind of cool one, right? It reminds me of a snare drum roll. And so you can relate it to an instrument or even a rhythm that you can break down. Not hearing too much more. One of my favorite rhythms is when a skateboarder goes over cracks on a sidewalk. Kind of creates, depending on their speed, like a do-do, do-do, do-do. So we'll see if that happens. Okay. It's pretty peaceful out right now. The sun's about to set. All right, as I get closer, I'm noticing the water, how the water sounds. And it's very peaceful. It's a nice sound. I hear some people talking and laughing. That's always a good thing to hear. All right, I'm gonna jump down in some leaves. Woohoo. All right, let's try to find a spot by the river to make some music and do our exercise. So it's really important to give ourselves time to disconnect from technology, disconnect from our digital screens that we are kind of forced right now to connect through, and get back into kind of the physical realm, and which is nature, right? All right, so bear with me. I'm gonna set up my camera in a kind of good spot. Let's see. Maybe get some of the sky in the background too. Cool. All right, so we made it next to the river. And I want to take a second just to kind of give myself some time to connect with the sounds of nature, right? With the river and what is around me. It's a very calming, peaceful noise that the river makes. Almost like white noise, right? And you'll find, or at least I find, it's much easier sometimes to breathe deep breaths, right? It's calming, it's relaxing. So once you've found your peaceful spot to kind of hang out, we're gonna go to our next exercise. So break out that pen and piece of paper. Give me a sec. I think it's in my pocket. Perfect. And what else you want to maybe have is a jar. So a jar that we can put these pieces of paper in, okay? And you can do this if you're living alone. You can do this if you have a family or roommates. And what I've heard a lot of people say is, man, I miss being able to do this, or I can't wait until I can do this again. And this is what the jar kind of represents. So these are our hopes of what we're gonna do once quarantine is over. So this is a helpful exercise to put in perspective what we're going through. It's a helpful exercise to give us hope in a time of kind of sometimes pessimism or feeling like we're stuck in a limbo, okay? So this is a good reminder that this is just temporary, and we're gonna have a bunch of things to look forward to doing once we're out, all right? So let's see, what's one thing that I'm really looking forward to doing? I can't wait to hold my niece. My sister just had her baby, and she just turned 1 month. So I'm gonna write down, excited to hold my niece. I've only been able to see her through a window. I have been able to hold her once, but that was right when she was born. So I'm really excited to hold my niece. So I'm gonna throw that in here. All right, what's another thing I can't wait to do, or I'm looking forward to doing? That would be, I can't wait to take my partner out on a date to a nice restaurant and actually sit in and dine in instead of take it out to go. So I'm looking forward to taking my partner out on a date to a nice restaurant. So I'm gonna write that one down. All right, going in the jar of hopes. Hopes and things I'm looking forward to doing. All right. Now next, sorry, I heard some rustling in the background. Could be a duck. All right, the last thing I'm gonna write down, or number 3 would be, I can't wait to get together and celebrate people with music. So I think one of the things I really miss is being able to go out and dance with my friends, or go to a concert, or play a concert. I miss playing with the Notables band a lot too. So I'm really looking forward to concerts. So I'm gonna write that one down. Forward to attending concerts. All right. So this is a really fun exercise for everyone in the family, everybody in the house, or even just yourself. If you want to put it on just your phone, I think it's great to write it out and maybe put it in a physical jar or something like that. All right, so that's something that you can do every day or whenever they come to you. Always have that jar ready, or have a piece of paper that you can write down. And I recommend being as specific as possible with what you want to do, right? So once we're out of this and you're bored, doesn't seem like that could be even a possibility, but it happens, then you can choose one of these out, pick one of these out of the jar, and say, I'm looking forward to going to a concert, and then you can find a concert to go to. All right. And so I'm really enjoying this spot that I found next to the river. I have my drum, and I actually brought a shaker And I'm gonna enjoy this spot in nature and kind of just lose myself and make some music. So I'm gonna put this guy right in here. I really like doing this to keep some time, so I can tap my foot like that and bring out my drum. And if you're at home, you can totally join in with your own drum, listen, or your own instrument. Or if you don't have an instrument, sit back and relax, listen to the sounds of the water and the drums soothe you, okay? And I'm really gonna just play what I feel like. I'm not gonna worry about playing anything specific. I'm really giving myself this opportunity just to connect with nature and connect with myself and try to express how I'm feeling. And right now I'm feeling pretty calm and peaceful, so let's see what that feels like, or sounds like. Maybe play with dynamics a little bit, get quiet. And slower maybe. Maybe speed it up, get loud. Right. And it's always good to also stop and kind of witness the silence without you playing music. So I really hope that you got something out of today's music and mindfulness. I think the exercises we did are important ones and that you can do every day, no matter who you are. So music is something that has been a gift to me, and I think that if you're watching these videos, I'm sure that you know how much music has affected you and is a gift to you and your life. So please help us share what we do in this organization, which is share music and let people express. And it really helps us by you supporting us either through following on our social channels on Facebook, Instagram, all the ones. We have social pages, and then as well sharing our resources and donating online as well. There's a link below if you feel called to donate. We really appreciate donations at this time. It's a very tough time for everyone. And with that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and may you keep the music going.